Hi everyone, today I am giving you information on the topic low vision assessment. So here we will see that how we are supposed to deal with the patient of low vision. So let's move to the steps. First one is observation, next one is history taking, and the third one is testing. So let's see them one by one. In case of observation, three steps are there how to observe the patient. Okay, first one is the mobility, next one is the fixation, and the third one is the posture of the patient. So let's see. In case of mobility, patient observed as entering the room to see whether they walk unaided or supported. Now we are supposed to observe the patient when the patient is entering inside our room. Then we are supposed to look at the patient that how he is walking. He is walking unaided. Unaided means without any help, or he is supported to the someone else. Patient feel handrail or easily recognize open doorways. Is the patient feeling that any help should be taken, any handrail, any door, any help should be needed to the person, or he or she can recognize open doorways, or he or she can find that there is an open doorway or the closed doorway. So we are supposed to observe here in case of mobility. Next one, fixation. In case of fixation, difficulty in holding things, we will examine that the patient is he or she is finding difficulty in holding things, wearing dark goggles or spectacles, what he is wearing, keeping the head down and implies sensitivity to light, or keeping the patient's head down and he is find any light sensitivity to there. If there is a light, then he or she is able to see anything. Okay, this is the all about fixation. Okay, next one, posture. Physiology of a patient, how the physically patient appears. Next one, ready to accept services. Is the patient is able to accept the services what we are going to do. Is the patient is how the patient is feeling to that thing. Is the patient is motivated or the patient is in depression, that what's going to do. Okay, so all these things were come under the observation, mobility, fixation, and posture. Next one is the history taking. Now in case of history taking, all these steps are there. First one is the journal information, second one is the ocular history, third one is the systemic history, fourth one is the educational or vocational status, next one is the financial status, next one task related history, next one is the and the last one is the lighting situation. Okay, so let's see one by one. What is the journal information? Now in case of journal information, we will find out demographic information about the patient as well as the family of the patient. Okay, normally marital status or the living situation, that is any person in the patient life that he or she can help the patient or not, how are the living situation of the patient are. Okay, this one was all about purpose of asking about the journal information. Is the patient living with the family or the patient is alone? Okay, this one is very important. Next one is the ocular history. What is the ocular history of the patient? What is the eye history of the patient? Any kind of past, current, or planned surgeries, or is there any treatment that the patient is undertaken, any drops the patient is putting in the eyes? All these come under the past, present, planned surgeries, or any kind of treatment he or she is taken regarding the eye. Next one is spectacle, contact lenses, or the stability of a vision. We will ask about is the patient is using any kind of spectacles, how long the patient is using spectacle, when he or she have changed his spectacle last time. Next one, any kind of history of contact lenses if he or she is using, then we have to ask when she is removing her contact lenses last time. This comes under the history of contact lenses. And next one is the stability of a vision. Is the vision is stable? Was the number of the spectacle was same as the last time or not? Okay, this one was the stability of the vision, how stable the vision of a patient is. Next one is the family history of an eye disease. Is there is a family history of any kind of disease? For example, glaucoma has a family history. If there is a glaucoma to the patient's family, then it will move on from the generation to generation. In case of glaucoma, intraocular pressure of an eye increases. First of all, the peripheral field will affect, peripheral vision gets affected, side vision gets affected, and then the central vision gets affected. Sometimes there is a family history of the congenital cataract or the early cataract. Early cataract takes place inside the family. This also goes to the heredity and pass on from the generation to generation. In the same case, another history also take also should be considered here, any kind of ocular history. Okay, let's move to the next, systemic history. Now the word systemic is related to the whole body. First one is the hypertension. Hypertension is increase in the blood pressure, which also affects our eyes. Next one is the asthma. Okay, third one is the thyroid disorder. Next one, IHD, ischemic heart disease. Next one, diabetes. Diabetes is one of the systemic illness which have direct ophthalmic effects. Okay, diabetes is a kind of condition in which there is a direct effect on our eyes, and it also affects the vision. Distinguishing pills and other medications. Now we are supposed to ask the diabetic patient is, or all these conditions of a patient, if the patient have any kind of systemic illness, then we are supposed to ask the low vision patient that he or she can distinguishing the pills and other medications or not. If he or she is on the insulin injection, then he or she can take the insulin injection by on or monitoring the BP or not. Okay, Parkinson's patient device adaptation. Now Parkinson's is a kind of disease in which the hand of a person gets continuously shaking. Okay, so if the patient have a Parkinson's disease, then we are supposed to ask the patient that he or she can adapt any kind of device or how he or she can deal with the daily life. Okay, this was the reason asking about the systemic history of the patient, that how the eye condition is there, how the patient is dealing with all these systemic diseases, as well as how he is supposed to deal with the eye condition. How long are the diseases? As long as the eye diseases are there, they will longly or they will badly affect the eye of the patient. Next one, educational or vocational status. Now what are the requirements of the patient? If the patient is related to the education, then the school requirements are there. Is the person is able to see the blackboard clearly from the last bench or from the second bench, from third bench, he will explain, he or she will explain. Next one, computer requirements are there. Is the person is able to see the small letters inside the computer. Reading instrument, for example scale, on the normal scale, ruler scale, markings are there, the patient can read them or not. These are the educational status of the patient. Okay, how he or she can deal inside the school or with the requirements. Next one is the homemaker. If the patient is homemaker, then he or she have to do the different markings. Can he deal with his this work? Next one, on leave from the work due to low vision, or the patient is suffering from the low vision due to which he or she have a leave from the work, or he or she is not be able to do any kind of work. Next one, financial status. Financial status is again very important. It is important to understand for the affordability of the device. We will give the device to the patient by which he or she can lead their simple life, as well as he or she can afford that device. For the affordability, we are supposed to ask the financial status of the patient. Okay, next one is the task related history. We are supposed to ask the task related history to the patient, by which we will get to know that he or she can deals with the day-to-day problems, focusing towards the occupation of the patient. If he or she is doing any kind of work in the life, then he or she can do daily day-to-day activities in the life or not. Okay, this is the task related history, or the purpose of asking the task related history to the patient. Next one, division of visual task. Okay, now here all the visual tasks are divided into different categories. First one is the distance. If the patient is working at the distance or standing at the distance, he or she can see the street signs, the signs which are seeing at the street, that we are supposed to turn right, left, any construction work is there, all these are the street signs. Next one is the traffic light. He or she can recognize the traffic light, which one is there, because the patient is a low vision patient. Okay, patient can recognize the faces of the person which are coming towards him or her. Next one, watching television. These all are the distance things or the distance tasks which the patient have to deal in the daily life. Next one are the intermediate tasks. Intermediate, in case of intermediate, seeing computers, food on plate, reading musical notes. Okay, these are the intermediate tasks. Is the patient do them clearly, see them clearly, and perform them comfortably? We are supposed to deal with these things. Next one, hobbies. The person can reading books properly, reading newspaper, reading mails. Okay. Next one, others. What others things the patient do? Traveling, grooming, housework or shopping. All these are the division of the visual tasks. Those tasks are related to the vision of the patient and are divided into the different categories. So we are supposed to find out is the person deals them with the comfortably or not. Next one, lighting situation. Okay, to understand the patient situation, whether he is able to tolerate the sunlight or difficulty in seeing dim light. Okay, what is the lighting situation of the patient? Is he or she is able to tolerate the sunlight or not? If he is able to tolerate the sunlight, then he can do the traveling, um, day um, day task easily. If he is not be able to tolerate the sunlight, then he is not be able to go outside the home. Okay, difficulty while going from bright to dim light, comfortable with the sunglasses or not. If not comfortable seeing, ask the patient to carry torch. If the patient is not comfortable in seeing, okay, then the patient is supposed to ask to carry torch. This was about the observation as well as the history taking. Okay, the visual acuity part is left. This was the end, and thanks for your patience listening.